Okay. Waiting for YouTube to respond. Could be a 10-second lag delay.
No, there'll be probably about a 30-second lag, as you said.
Alright.
Alright, we're live.
Green light. Thank you all for joining us. Still starting up. It's the Culturally F live stream. We're still running some technical protocol. However, in the meantime, thank you all for coming. This is incredible already. We have
There we go.
17
here.
of you guys.
We are live. It is working.
Hello. Fantastic.
Thank you, Cobalt, for coming on the show and jamming with us. I'm keeping an eye on the chat here, so I'll be looking down at my phone and stuff. Hopefully we don't get weird feedback. And joining us also on this side is Nayo.
Hi.
For those of you who lives in countries where drinking on camera is illegal, please continue to watch and pirate. But we will be sipping on some beers. So if that is at all relevant or interesting to you, note it.
Actually, fun fact, maybe not for beer, but you can't actually bring gum into Singapore.
Sure.
What?
You can't. You actually go to jail for it if you bring gum to Singapore. And if you get caught with the devil's grass, you'll be put to death.
I was like,
Yeah, they're very serious about their marijuanas in Singapore. And their gum, apparently. But I guarantee you that their sidewalks look immaculate compared to ours.
You know, I've been to Singapore.
Really?
It is literally the best.
Did you bring any
in the
gum?
world. I did not bring gum, nor devil's grass.
Sure.
Angel dust, however. No.
oh, geez.
It's not that kind of podcast.
No. We're not talking about our...
Culturally F Live, everybody. Thank you all for joining.
To Culturally F Live. It's episode 50. We've been doing this for over 50 videos. That's like 150 actual videos because we do have a lot of the bonus content we do.
The F updates.
So we thought instead of doing a regular season wrap-up, let's do a Wayne's World style broadcast. Do you want to give us a Wayne's World riff?
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Bongos.
It's literally just...
Alright, well, let's just do a random chord. Alright.
Alright, so
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yay. Go you guys.
Thanks, guys.
I felt a little Tenacious D too.
It's
Well, everything.
without the
Well,
extreme
everything.
close up.
yeah,
unfortunately,
and devils, and demons, and
all the Dave Grohl.
Jack Black.
Oh, this is so
Oh,
bizarre.
Oh.
So good. Anyways,
Welcome, guys. We got a list of stuff I needed to remember. Do you want to just pass it over and we'll put it here?
we actually prepared. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
Try.
Who do you think
Oh, look
we're
at
dealing
that.
with?
You
There we
didn't
go.
see anything.
So yeah, we have a good show for you guys tonight. Thank you everyone in the chat room for joining us. I apologize if our stream is laggy. We are working with very simple and primitive technology. We promise the more we live stream, the better it will get, so please bear with us. We are also recording this separately, so after the live stream, there will be a higher quality video for your viewing pleasure.
Speaking of higher quality.
Speaking of higher quality, Underbite needs
nice.
to touch something.
like the shot, so we can get everybody in.
That's okay. I don't
We
think
are
that's that bad.
inclusive in this.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we just had the title. Thank you so much for Cobalt. Let's
Thank you very much.
thanks, man. It's a pleasure having you on.
Pleasure being here.
After this, we're going to talk about some news. Underbite and I have some cool updates about Culturally Effed and our Patreon and a whole bunch of other stuff to share with you guys. We're super excited for. We have basically the whole summer planned out, so we're going to drop some clues and hints about that while we're here as well. And then we're going to do a little bit of a retrospective and look back at some of our favorite episodes from the past year and a bit. I guess it's been a while since we did one of these season wrap-ups.
I think it's been over a year since
Yeah.
the last time we sat down.
Yeah.
I think Rusty was brand new when that happened.
Just a baby.
too. Yeah.
And for Rusty fans, don't worry. Rusty will be here. He's running a little late.
Couple minutes.
Takes after his relatives.
Well, it's Friday, rush hour. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And
So,
also a lot of closures, a lot of things happening.
so after that, we are going to do some more live music with our special musical guest, Cobalt. And then we're going to chat, and then a full-on Q&A, answering your questions out from the chat group. So if we don't respond to your questions right away, or we're looking at our phones to at least get an idea of what you kind of things you guys are saying about us. So yeah, we'll do some Q&A, and then when we get bored or too drunk to handle ourselves, we'll close it off maybe with another jam or two, featuring Underbite on the drums. And Nayo is also here as mostly emotional support.
He looks
happy
great
to be here.
on camera.
Yeah. So before we get too into things, let's talk about our special guests. You already kind of had the spotlight, so now scoot over
Which way?
towards
Oh,
me.
how about
just
you-
get a little
you-
more
you
frame.
get
Yeah,
yourself
that's a better idea.
In the hot seat.
Oh, geez.
You're
Why?
on the hot seat just for a few minutes, just so the audience can know who you are.
I think they call that the hot seat because the vents underneath there and it gets really warm in the winter.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Seat
yeah.
warmers too.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So tell the audience now what your persona is.
Hi, I'm a cat. That's about it.
That's
I'm
about
this
it.
Cat.
You're Neo
Sometimes
Napalm.
a dog, but
You're Napalm, and you're on Camp Feral staff, so
I
you've been a
am.
furry for quite
Ooh.
some time. Tell us how long you've been a furry for.
I found furry when I was in grade 4 or 3.
Great.
So I've been in this for longer than I've not been in this. And I am currently 28, so longer than 14 years.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it was web rings and cat boys and transformation things. There was nothing before, so y'all kids are lucky.
It came in droves.
Yeah. Now there's different artists and styles.
Oh,
Before
yeah.
it was cat dog. That's it.
The
Yeah.
occasional
Yeah.
scaly. The occasional one. There's maybe
Yeah.
two of them.
Back on Fur Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Fur Nation.
Wicked.
Yeah.
I forgot the next thing I was going to ask you. But anything we should ask?
Do the viewers have any questions for the person you really don't have to care about? Because I'm never on screen.
Oh my
What's
goodness.
your Twitter handle?
Oh wait, what on earth is a furry camping trip?
Yeah, that's a good
Well,
one.
it's not just a camping trip. Am I allowed to plug?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Please.
Tell
This
us
is
about.
plug!
You.
I'm on staff at Camp Feral, and it was the very first furry thing I've ever done. So my first interaction with the furries online, we went to the middle of Algonquin Park for 5 days, But it turned out to be great, and there's cabins, and there's heating, and hot water, and everything's provided, and food and everything, but...
it is luxurious.
Yeah.
I've been to Farrell several times. I can't go every year.
Sorry we don't have other representation for other cons, but all Canadian cons have so far been pretty great.
So he just admitted that this Farrell is going to be his first.
Oh my god, this is Farrell's 20th anniversary. You can expect it to be the biggest Farrell yet.
Oh man,
it's bananas.
I'm getting like I'm on all the 10s. I'm on the 50th here. I'm on the 20th there. Like it's gonna be great.
20 years of camping with furries.
Yes.
Wow. And
We
not
have
one
crazy
bear
stuff.
attack. Let's
Yeah.
knock on
I know,
wood for that one.
No bears attacks, but once there, we have dances in like special cabins in the woods, and once everyone had to stay in the cabin because there was a moose wandering around, and it was very dangerous. So it was attracted by the base probably.
Yeah, moose are not as nice as you think they
A
are.
literal
on Canadian
moose,
TV.
not like a
Not like
moose.
not like moose.
Mhm.
Not like moose like hair moose. Like a moose like animal moose.
20 years ago, 1997. I just saw an Abergwine today posted a video where she looked at a news broadcast of Conference 1997.
Wow.
So to get a sense of what the fandom was like, check out Abergwine's channel for this week. I've looked back at what local news channel thought of furries in 1997. They got awesome vintage fursuits and some pretty cringy moments too. But it's all still positive. It was before.
Good to know
Yeah.
that nothing has changed.
We have a
Pretty much. If anything, it got worse and it got better again.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
it's back to like a simpler time.
Well, the 2000s were kind of a weirder
Inflatable
era.
furniture.
Like it was everything. Like we were all like, "Wow, we won!" Like we.
So the
we won
90s
against
had
Arrkay.
inflatable furniture, and in
That's
the
true.
20 teens, we now have inflatable furries.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's true.
What a
So-
world
I
we
love
live
how I
in.
say that so factual. Like, oh my God, you're right.
Oh,
We have a pretty good question, and it's topical.
There you
what's
go.
up?
From Leia Colorful Cute. Thanks. It's Pride Month, and they were wondering if we're comfortable disclosing if who won or is, I don't know, celebrating. I'm pretty gay. I can't really
Every month is Pride Month here at Cultural Act.
undeniably hide that.
I don't know. I
You
go-
don't have to share if you don't.
Oh no, I just go down every way of the streets.
Trisexual. You like
Oh,
to try
man.
everything.
Oh yeah.
No.
Maybe. Listen,
You're an om-nom-nom-sexual?
I'm a non-sexual.
Isn't that bored?
Yes, actually, I'm into that too.
Whoa.
All right.
There you
So.
Getting to
That's
meet
plugging.
a bunch
No.
of people.
Oh my
Plugging.
It's some form of plug-in, I'll tell you that. Actually. No, you know what? It's cool. You know, if you look at it from the standpoint of, in Toronto, we have one of the biggest parades.
Yeah,
In the
world
world.
famous.
Like, we're huge, man. Like, it's insane. And if you walk down Church Street, it's like Pride never left. So, it's great, though, because I have a bunch of friends that used to, well, they still do. They live down at Church Street, and it's really nice. It's nice to see in this city of Toronto that there's a spot where, not even just a spot, like, it's an area where you just have no worries about being who you are.
And like
It's
in
really
Toronto,
cool.
it's not just
Double check the
like
street.
gay, but like you can be weird.
You can be weird,
Yeah.
too. Listen,
That's the best part.
it's-
Keep things weird, guys.
It's
Weird
the,
is cool.
It's the big city syndrome. We're
Yeah.
Florida, but not quite. So,
Yeah.
minus the weird crimes. Actually, I don't know, because there was that guy that was throwing cinder blocks in Pickering.
Jeez. That was a long time ago.
That was
But,
actually 2
you know.
days ago.
So
Yeah,
everything okay with the stream?
It's still animating up on the stream.
Okay.
good?
Are you getting this thumbnail? Or are you getting a stream?
It's a very slow
Okay.
stream.
So again, apologies for the slow stream. I'm back too.
Look at how meta this is.
We
It's you
may-
guys.
Infinite.
Yeah, we're probably gonna like talk about the stream a bunch and like occasionally poke at the
First time
laptop for
jitters.
the audience.
So
Yeah,
nice.
this is our first real live stream, so there's gonna be some bumps and some lessons to be learned. But we're here.
Number one.
We're mostly queer, and we're live on the internet. To how many people are in the chat?
Revolutionary.
We got 30 steady. We've
Wow.
had 30 since
Oh,
we
stream looks
started.
good to them, so thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
it
input. It's confidence building.
You
Yeah.
know what? It is a Mac. It's you don't always get what you want from a Mac.
Goodness.
They don't need to know what we're using.
Unless they want to pay us.
We do have a feature called Super Chat, which, if you do decide to deposit some money to Culturally F, your comments get to appear on screen and linger for quite a few minutes for everyone else to have no other choice but to read. So if you want to take part in Super Chat, maybe send us a few tips to pay for that pizza we just ordered. Hit that $sign and go from there, I guess. I don't really know how it works. I assume you have to put in some financial information, and
Well, they got it all already set up.
Yeah,
Presumably.
so
Yeah.
that is a feature YouTube offers
Very easy.
if you feel like utilizing it.
I didn't realize YouTube even had that feature. I'm still in that area where YouTube was like 5 stars, 4 stars, that kind of stuff. I'm like, whatever happened to that?
Are you talking about Netflix?
No,
The ratings.
way
Old
back
school YouTube.
when.
Back
old
when you
school
could
YouTube.
weird
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
on it.
No, I
Oh,
was a
man.
bit of a latecomer
Weird
to
stuff.
YouTube. I'm latecomer to everything. I was late to Telegram, late to Twitter.
I'm still late. I'm on the way to these places.
I literally just downloaded Instagram
We were
like
late
2
for
weeks
this
ago.
stream.
That's true. Hey, you know what?
Pizza. Pizza really takes priority.
It
So.
does
Oh,
take
here.
priority, actually.
Do you want another question?
Sure!
And I think we all kind of can answer this pretty well. So the Fox Army, do you think many animators of mainstream anthropomorphic animals are or associated with furries? I actually know the answer to this because all of our friends went through the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like here in Ontario, there's a college called Sheridan College, which a lot of their grads end up working for Disney and writing all sorts of graphic novels. It's kind of a big deal animation school. It's basically furry university.
Predominantly like Monsters Inc., but instead of Monsters, it's furries.
It's for yeah.
Furries Inc.
They have their own fur affinity chat.
Wow.
Sharing
So,
group.
I guess
That's
what we're
impressive.
saying
Is a
is,
group.
yes, furries probably have their paws stuck in
Yeah.
every little thing that may be
Like
anthropomorphic.
probably not all of them. I'm sure some of them are innocently just enjoy the aesthetic, and that's what they've done. Back in the day, they used to be called latent furries.
Or liars.
Yeah, and it could be. I think we had a whole episode discussing just this, like how do you identify media that's anthropomorphic? Do we just label all of that stuff as furry, and therefore all of the creators as furry? I don't think it's quite that simple.
Actually.
Would be firstploitation if they weren't
First
furries?
exploitation, like our
To hark
collab
back.
with Abergwine.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to Abergwine.
Here's a quick spoiler. We are planning First Exploitation Part 2 for the end of the summer.
Well, dang. Cool. And actually, funny story going back to Sheridan. I actually had a friend who was going to Sheridan, realized, oh my god, animating is really difficult. And then was like, I'm going to do my own thing. It's pretty sweet. So, when I hear people go to Sheridan, it's like, wow, you guys go to like,
It's
wow.
intense.
Whew.
Animation boot camp.
Like, it's not, it's like, the whole thing, like, I had a teacher back in she was through my entire school because I went to a regional arts program. And her entire thing was, in college, the 4 years goes as follows. In grade 9, they scare you to death. In grade 10, grade 9. In freshman, they scare you to death. In sophomore, they work you to death. In junior, they bore you to death. And then in grade 12, or final grade, they just want you out of there.
Seems about right.
I applied to their animation program twice and got rejected horribly both times. I'm still making art. Thousands of you are looking at it every week. Don't give up. Shout out to all your artists out
Absolutely.
There are many ways to go about your dream.
Totally.
And remember that opportunities aren't lost. They're only taken by others. So make sure you take those opportunities. Because you never know what will happen.
there. You'll only succeed in the failure of others.
Yes.
Oh,
That's a horrible way to put it.
Build your empire on the bodies of the deceased
like
that failed.
crabs in a bucket.
Gore
to make
Vidal.
furry.
Well, that took a dark turn by my hand only.
It's okay,
Goodness.
man.
We're approaching 40 viewers. This is fantastic. That's
Wow.
over 3 dozen.
That's
3
great.
dozens.
That's nearly 1% of our entire subscriber base.
Damn, man.
You are the
Numbers.
1%.
You are the 1%.
Finally. How's it feel?
That means you have no
We
excuse.
feel honored by this 1% here.
Yeah. Shout out to all you guys joining in the chat.
Hi, Adrian.
I'm
I
assuming-
should make it like Rocky.
Oh, go Adrian!
Watch the mic.
Leave that down there.
Yeah.
There is
Goodness.
a microphone right.
Look how mysterious
Yeah.
we are. You don't know
there
anything
is
that's
the
happening.
microphone.
That's where it is. I thought you posted it over there. I'm like, what? How is it picking you up over there? That's
We look like we're in the 90s.
What
or something.
microphone?
So great.
Oh, that's true.
This is Culturally F. We have great audio all the time. That's just how we work.
Oh, geez.
Sure.
That is a beverage.
Most of one. Or not most of one.
Okay, I need to.
All right. Excellent. We have an uprising of 1% comments. There's a few people.
Okay.
Or do you want to hold on to it?
Yeah, put it over there because it's kind of like the musician thing. If your instrument's in front of you, you're gonna fiddle with it. Like it's just.
A fiddle, but it's a guitar.
Whoa!
You need like a button. that's
Easy
just
there.
Like, buttons.
I'm on fire
Oh man,
with that one awful pun.
one awful pun.
That's all it takes.
That's the name of my debut album.
Please
One awful
welcome.
pun.
One awful pun. There's only one song on there, and it's 20 minutes of just puns.
But it's the same pun.
It's the
It's
same
really
pun.
bad.
We should totally do a song where it's just all puns.
I got another
Furry
confession.
Furry puns. Oh,
How
wow.
different things are effed.
Somebody
What's your
call
favorite
nice.
effed thing?
What's your favorite?
Um,
By popular consensus, probably foxes.
name
So,
the wall behind crazy window.
you also had a few other things that you wanted to bring up.
Yeah, we needed to do some news. That's a bit boring comparatively to this wackiness. So if I could ask both of you to step off camera for just a few minutes while we get this admin stuff out of the way.
Sounds good.
And then we'll pull you right back in. Don't worry.
Oh my god, I got the knees of a
Yeah,
9-year-old.
you're the-
Sorry.
Here.
Oh, yes, my telephone.
Yeah, just slide on over. Just slide on over. Oh. Great. Whoa. Production value. Look at these. So now that it's just Underbite and I, we are going to tell you a little bit about what we have coming up. For starters, it's official. We are switching the Patreon to a monthly system. It's not going to be per video. We haven't decided when. It's going to take some time to rewrite it and resort it out. I hope to get it done in the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out for news on that, especially if you're a newsletter subscriber. You'll probably get the first word on how that's going to go down and some of the new, cooler rewards we're going to have. We're going to start releasing really nice gussied up PDFs of all of our scripts for your downloading enjoyment. We're also going to host more live streams exclusive to the Patreon stream. And not only that, but those live streams are going to be custom artwork of your character that's going to appear in thumbnails of any given Culturally Effed episode. All art, of course, done by our illustrious illustrator, Underbite Dragon. So we are super excited for all of that, and we're going to stick the Leyendecker shirt and the Fluff Punk shirt on a whole bunch of more merchandise, because that's what the merchandise store offers, so why not? We're just going to populate that, and we're probably going to add some Rusty merchandise. Remember that third option of that poll? Rusty Red Ale, I think? We're probably going to use that or adapt something. So Rusty's face is probably going to end up on some merch as well. So, new Patreon, new merchandise coming. We're very excited. That's why we shoot our guests away temporarily. And on top of all that, we are planning some new graphics, a new opening title, a new... what else are we making, Underbite?
Well, it's a new intro that we got going along with some friends of ours.
He's in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
He? Oh my goodness.
Bryden.
There he is, Bryden. Shout out to the little purple icon in the chat. This
The
lovely,
Purple Bee.
this lovely gentleman has volunteered his precious time and talent to offer us some brand new opening graphics.
They are going to be mind-blowing.
They're really,
We are super stoked for this.
really good. It's so incredible. We're really excited to have this going on the show.
Mhm.
There's
So the 8-bit chiptune one that you did all those many years ago, it's going to have a complete makeover with all sorts of cool cutouts. We were hoping to present it to you guys, but unfortunately we just aren't technically savvy enough to figure that out yet. So you just have to deal with our Wayne's World style basement concert. It's a living room
high
concert.
quality. This is fantastic.
So that's all of the boring news. We are now going to talk a little bit about our favorite episodes of Culturally Effed from the past year. And to do that, because I have a terrible memory, I have to bring it up on the app.
Fantastic.
To see what videos did I actually make.
It just kind of goes by so quickly.
We have a lot to go over. So if our guests want to join us again, you may, or you can come and go as you please.
Ooh.
Um,
Can you on the couch?
Yeah. So if you want to adjust the camera again for a slightly wider shot while we reset for the season retrospective of the past 25-ish episodes of Culturally Effed, plus all those Effed updates, plus the thing that happened with Tetanus.
We should have a mute on the team.
Tetanus.
Tetanus is Rusty's fursuit.
Oh my goodness, that's genius. Oh
It's,
my god.
It's quite horrific.
Huh.
It's really horrible. and that's why he has such a disgusting name.
True.
In naming it with Rusty,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, true, of course.
Just one guess.
Yeah, you mess with Rusty, you get the tetanus.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm just gonna scroll all the way back.
Oh, the way back.
While I'm doing this, Nayo, Cobalt,
Mhm.
have you guys seen much of Culturally Effed? And if so, what was your favorite episode?
You know what? I've only seen a couple of episodes. Not because I don't like it.
How dare you!
It's just because Dad's a busy man. I spend a lot of my time working. So I've been trying to catch up with it because I saw a couple of episodes like, oh, you know what? This is actually kind of interesting. I'm going to keep watching it. And I'm probably going to have a couple days in the near future where I'm going down to Kentucky to go see my boyfriend. And I'm probably just going to binge watch. So
Great.
I will let you know then.
I always love it when people binge watch. I can always tell because they comment on a bunch of videos in a row and it appears in my feed. So binging it is a great way to experience Culturally Effed in all of its encompassing glory. How about you?
I'm pretty biased. I like the music video playlists.
Yeah?
Because I like music videos. But...
I really wish those did a little better. They
So
were an experiment. They were a lot of fun to do. I'm glad you brought those up.
Did you guys like the music videos, or was it kind of...
Yeah. Tell us what you thought in the comments of our music video playlist. I was considering maybe the next one I would do would be just furries, like furry musicians.
All right.
Your favorite
the
was...
music videos. It would unfortunately be limited to YouTube, to whatever
Okay.
people put on YouTube. It can really expand beyond that, or if like YouTube just suddenly shuts down and we had to go to Vimeo or something, like we would lose all
High
the
def.
playlists.
Oh boy.
Um,
I'd call that a downgrade.
yeah. Anyway. But yeah, we were thinking the next music video playlist, if we have one, will be just for furry musicians.
Okay.
Unless this playlist that we did was on furry themed videos from any artist. So just basically, if it was animated or had a fursuit of some kind in it, that was the basic criteria.
Oh, all right.
There was a couple of furry artists featured in that too.
True.
Edward Sponge liked the Tony Gate?
Tony Tigergate.
Tony Tigergate. Edward
That was
Sponge.
great.
Shout out, I see you.
Oh my
Tony
God.
Tigergate was okay. I remember we couldn't film for real that week because I had the terrible flu. But we needed to do an episode, and Tony Tigergate was still fresh in everyone's minds.
Is that the one where Tony the Tiger was blocking a bunch of furries because they were getting thirsty?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Thirsty.
premium quality stuff.
This is the age.
One
we
could
live
say
in.
it was great.
Oh my goodness! Look at you on fire.
This is why we have is welcome on our
And
stream and our
free beer
channel
from me.
anytime because he's very good at the on
the
cue
fly
shows,
stuff. Yeah.
Tony Tigergate was good, but so that's done just like on my desk, and you can see my bedroom behind me because Underbite didn't come in. I was sick. It was like there's no point in doing the elaborate setup. So that's what I remember about Tony Tigergate. And now things have gotten much more dire compared to Tony Tigergate.
Oh yeah, things have gotten a little
I
crazier.
remember Tony Tigergate so fondly now. It's like remembering George Bush.
Oh, that was great.
Sorry, no. Red light. We're not talking about
We're not
politics.
going in
We're not
there.
diving down that rabbit
We
hole.
talked about this, guys.
They asked if
Yeah.
you drove, so I said that you drove.
What?
I hope that's okay.
Can any of us draw? Yeah.
Can any of us
He
what?
draws.
Draw?
I draw poorly, but I draw.
I do draw. I try to stay in the practice of at least doodling. So yeah, I would say I illustrate. I just filled up my sketchbook, and now I'm drawing on anything I can find in my house that's a blank, basically.
Yeah, I remember the days where I was in my grandmother's house and she had, those old dot matrix papers with the holes in the sides.
rip off the
I used to
things.
rip off the sides and it's like, oh, you know what? I'll just draw on this.
Who's
She
old
had-
enough to remember dot matrix printers?
Oh my goodness, those were great. My grandmother had one until like
crickets.
2 years ago.
Crickets.
Underbite, do you remember doing the art auction?
Yes.
That was really fucked up.
Oh God.
But dude,
That was a strange day, and then another experiment we tried
So
was this like hour-long video where I tried to pawn off all of the artwork I have built up in my basement.
And there's a lot.
I sold a couple. Like, it wasn't that unsuccessful.
that was the day
That was the day.
that
You can take it away. It was mine.
oh boy. I'm just
So
going to listen
guys-
to this.
Start from the beginning.
So
It's a story.
Fursuits are very precious, important, personal items. They're very sacred symbols, if you will, within the fandom. In fact, they carry the trophy and crown title of what is furry fandom as far as you're concerned, and they deserve the utmost respect. So, having said that, when I was 17, I bought my first fursuit. It was a raccoon. And when I was 23, and by that point living in Toronto, working on Culturally Effed, on my way to Arrkay's house to film an art auction and make this raccoon's first appearance on Culturally Effed, I leave his head and hands on the subway.
Oh, I remember you talking about that.
That was a fairly strange day.
That's, wow. I feel bad for you, dude.
Kids, don't lose your fursuits. Hold on to them. They're important.
Now you see
Stay in school.
Don't do school. Stay in drugs.
Yeah, that's what I did. Jesus.
Stay in drugs.
Stay in drugs.
Well, that's why a lot of fursuiters actually just wear their stuff in public transit, as I've noticed at least.
It was the middle of the
Just
day.
because you can't lose it if it's on you.
That's the best way to carry clothing, is to wear it.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
I suppose you're correct in that.
So long as you have a spotter and someone to take lots of pictures.
Yes. Well, take lots of pictures
Be
thing.
safe.
You're going into a subway with like
you
tens of
don't
thousands
want
of people.
some
Pictures
coked
are gonna
out
have it.
homeless person to punch your teeth out.
Oh
God,
my
it feels
God.
bad, man. They are feeling for you.
guys, you don't need to feel for me. I've already felt it out
Yeah,
that crap.
this was
Like,
a while ago.
Don't waste
Like a
a
year and a
minute
half.
feeling bad for especially me right
Look
now.
how far we've come since then.
Didn't it turn up on a sidewalk and they did a whole eulogy for it?
Oh my god. Oh,
I get it.
Toronto, we did the eulogies for the
Yeah,
police
it
there.
was a raccoon, and we're in Toronto, you see. So it's off on a new adventure of life.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's the head of a raccoon who was important. Let's celebrate the symbol.
Yeah.
What if it like shows up at like the most random place? Like it's like like you're just walking down the street and there's like some guy who's like performing in it, like one of the street performers.
Well, he's earning more with it than I did.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Another episode we did in the past 25 episodes was Anthro Animals in Anime 101, hosted by you, actually. And that was written... Who wrote that? A special guest writer wrote that. And why isn't it in the description? I'm sorry, whoever wrote this. Bad Roy wrote it.
Shout out to whoever likes my squinting at the comments.
yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
I've just given up because I
Okay,
can't
also
see
Nukas-
anything.
Guys, we have
Dragon.
phones.
Nukas Dragon, hi!
I don't know how to use a phone.
And my phone functions about as well as you think it does. Absolutely not at all.
So thanks to Bad Roy for writing Anthro Anime 101. Thank you for Underbite for hosting it. Because that video is up to 11,000 views.
It's my face.
Oh
Oh
my
my God.
goodness. 11,000.
And it was right after that we started doing regular comment responses.
Thank
with
you.
with what became the Effed updates.
Yes.
We also did Hybrids, Circles, and More, which was also done by a guest writer. Ryan Urusio did that, and that's up to 14,000 views. Not
Wow.
that it's a contest.
It's a contest.
But that was definitely... one thing that's interesting about that one is that it is still getting comments. People really like talking about their original creations. Everyone has
Oh,
such
who doesn't?
unique
You know what?
creations in the fandom.
Do you want me to go through mine real quick?
We kind of got distracted with Nayo when we first opened, so tell us about your persona.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I've got...
Come in a little.
Sure. You know what? Let's
Do you want this? Oh.
let's group up. Oh, you're gonna go around
Oh,
here.
jeez.
Okay. Well, look at this guy.
Yeah, get his mug right in.
There it is. There's a wonderful.
All right, Cobalt, tell us a little more about yourself.
I would love to. Okay, so I actually have. I have a lot of them, but there's two that I use, and one of them is being turned into a fursuit, and the other one is kind of like my main. So my main is Cobalt, obviously, and he's a very large blue dragon. Now, I really like to work on lore. I've started as a writer.
Backstory, sure.
Yeah, I started as a writer when I was like 10 years old, and I was like, I'm going to write on things. I'm going to see what's going on because I can't draw worth crap. So let's do this. And so I started writing, and I kept going and going and going and going and going and going, just expanding on the character as much as I can. So now it's gotten to the point where I know the species, I know the subsect of the species, I know the language that they speak, I know the whole damn history from
Dragons.
until now. Listen, and he's got an entire family, and the other one is his son, which is Xavier. Now Xavier's a thing called a siren. Now it's not a siren like the fish mermaid siren.
Siren like on top of a car?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
That'd be way better.
I would love to give birth to a siren. Yes.
Screaming and flashing lights. Sorry.
That's exactly what a child is. Anyway, so it's basically the idea from it came from this show called Martin Mystery. Have you ever heard of it?
It sounds familiar. I think I can remember some of the artwork, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
Oh, it was like one of my favorite shows back in the mid 2000s, late 2000s. It was a great show. And there was this one episode where there was a siren, the singing one, and
about a 30-second delay.
it was a bird.
It's okay.
And I was like, you know what? That's really cool. That's a cool concept. I'm going to expand on that. So sirens are a very fluffy, very furry dragon.
Mhm.
And they are kind of the antithesis to Cobalt, which is a mix. And so why... A mix of dragon, specifically, if you want to actually know, because I've gone this far.
Let's do it. Do you know who was watching right now?
Yes.
The biggest furry fans possible. So get into specifics.
Check this
Let's
shit out.
just dig our fingers right into this dragon lore. Drop some big, heavy wyvern words and stuff.
Yeah. Martin Mystery was such trash. Don't believe him. Says Black Bear CJ.
Listen, I was 8 years old.
He was
Excuse
8
me.
years
camera,
old.
Like not at the phone. They're out there.
He was 8
years old.
I mean, oh.
No, I was probably like 12 or 13. I don't remember. I don't do
That's
math.
fine.
Anyway.
We're here to learn about dragons, not learn about math.
So, Cobalt is a cross between a quad plate iron chest dragon. So what that is that on his chest, there's 4 plates of scale that are very, very strong. And that's because they do a lot of low-level flying in the desert at very high speeds.
It's very in-depth.
Yes, and because, you can hit yourself on those dunes, and they scrape up pretty bad. That keeps them from, getting hit and stuff like that. Also, you got to worry about, protecting the important parts of the body. Mm-hmm. The chest and the heart and lungs and stuff like that.
Scoot on over if everyone's everyone's over. We'll just keep playing musical chairs a little.
Lovely.
Underbite's going to touch the camera.
And so the other side of it, there are sirens, and there's 5 different species. But the one we have to worry about, because I'm not going to go that far, and I swear to God, I'm not that bad. The one that's the biggest one, I can't remember the name of it right now because I'm like, but I had the original name, which Stellaris, or like Stargazer siren. And the reason why they were called that is because they were mostly nocturnal. And all sirens have that ability with their voice to, control people. But they also have the ability to cause hallucinations, kind of confuse you. And their big thing was kind of like altering the stars so you get lost. And so,
that's trippy.
Yeah, so you would get lost in the desert, right? So Cobalt's a mix of between those two, and then Xavier is just pure Stellaris siren. And Xavier is the suit that I'm getting made, hopefully soon. I'm in no rush to get it, obviously, because the person I'm actually getting made is Mr. Firestorm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's his first dragon.
He's got a lot of suits around.
He's got his first dragon suit.
First dragon.
His first suit in general with a giant tail, and it's just a bunch of firsts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, please, for the love of God, do not think you have to rush this, because I am in no rush.
Yeah.
The money's ready, everything's good to go.
So, may I ask, why did you choose that particular fursuit maker, especially since he's never done
You know what? It's a long story, but I'll kind of condense it as best as I can. My bandmate, Clumsy, knows him.
Shout out to Clumsy at BLMFC or whatever.
BLFC.
Shout out to everyone who's at BLFC this week.
Yeah.
Shout out to BLFC.
For the tangent.
There's a few people there watching us right now.
No kidding. So, raise your paw if you are at BLFC.
No, comment.
Please spam the comments if you're there at BLFC.
Be like, burr, 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 burr.
Anyway.
Continue. Sorry.
Clumsy, I'm going to try not to use his real name because I always
don't do it.
By accident.
I think everyone here will probably recognize Clumsy.
Yeah, Clumsy, the big white lion with the blue tip hair.
It was a tiger.
Oh,
you thought it was a
can
tiger?
I just call people tigers, Mark?
Like his fursuit.
Arrkay.
Well, it
looks like a white tiger.
It does look like a white tiger.
I know
but
he's
that's a
Clumsy
great
Lion.
name, though. Like, that's a great band name. Anyway,
So
he brought me to a barbecue at Firestorms.
Okay.
And I immediately, connected with him. Like, he's a super chill guy, super down to earth. Absolutely love talking with him. Love his accent, too, because he's from Newfoundland, and I adore that. And so we got to talking, and like, you know what? You make fursuits. You're like an A+ guy, and he lives like 30, 40 minutes from me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like I'm going to ship overseas. It's all the packaging and handling. And I can't stand postal services because I've always had bad luck with them.
For sure.
I don't even have to.
I sent out several T-shirts, and I'm quite positive. I didn't hear back from a lot of people, so I can only assume that some of them got lost in the mail, which sucks.
I ordered a part for my computer. It's a $10 part, and it's like this big. And there was like a 3-week shipping, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. It'll be
3 weeks doesn't sound. That sounds reasonable.
No, it's not bad. 7.5 months later, when I've completely forgotten about this computer, gotten in the new tower and everything, I go to get the mail at my grandmother's house, and it's like, what is this?
Went around the world.
And it's like, why is this here now?
Yeah.
And so they got it to me, but it's slightly more than 3 weeks, just a little more. But like back to the story. So I immediately connected with him, and I'm like, how would you like to make your first dragon suit? Feel free to say no, and you can take as much time as you want, because honestly, I'm not going to try and force this kind of stuff. And obviously, if the price is higher, I completely understand. Mm-hmm. And he was kind of hesitant at first, because it's like, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm going to go through with this.
He's the kind of designer who works from a lot of the same molds.
Yeah.
Like he has standard canine heads and standard feline heads.
Yeah. Honestly, though, he made the Nick Wilde suit recently, and that looks amazing.
Mm-hmm. My favorite part is the magnetic eyes. I always like those little bells and whistles that suits are getting more of now.
Well, they're getting a little more technologically advanced, per se, because we've had more time.
It's exciting.
I actually came up with a great idea. Actually, go ahead.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Sure.
Because I think you're a dragon as well.
I am a dragon.
2 dragons. So, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. Nukas Kaku Dragon would wonder what other kinds of dragons there are. Like, obviously, you can make your own.
I think we could probably spend a whole
You can make up your own,
episode
but what kind of dragons are you guys?
Well, the basic one is that I'm a Western dragon.
Yeah, okay.
The specific name, because I went that far, is a quad-plated iron chest dragon.
Quad-plated
iron
chest.
Yes.
You gotta get that in Latin.
Dunk dunk.
Ting ting. Bulletproof.
Do you have a style?
Oh goodness, just a
percussion.
Some nice specifics for us.
Where are the bodies?
Well, his mandible is prognated, and that's where he gets his nickname. His first name is Soren, and he comes from another dimension. We'll be learning more about this.
Nice.
As
soon.
He comes
probably come the fall
further into
fruition.
Into this world.
Into this particular world that we all know each other through culturally F.
Yeah, because so far only part of his body's come through the rift.
Dang.
It's makes life really hard.
It's very difficult.
Only have your body in one corporeal form at a time.
It's like that.
Get yourself together, man.
It's like Toy Story 3 when Mrs. Potato Head had her eyeball in one
part.
And
or Adventure Bros.
Yeah. That was great.
Sure. Let's move on.
Sure.
What other videos can we reminisce on? We already talked about the playlists. There's gay animal labels and fursona stereotypes. What are your guys' favorite fursona stereotypes?
Dragons are either girls or completely kinksters.
I've also heard dragons are kinky.
Oh yeah.
I also heard they prefer virgins.
Oh, that's a gross laugh. Sorry.
Listen, I snort, so don't worry about it. But yeah.
Oh wait, here. Oh, can we have a Meet the Culturally F staff episode? We're kind of doing that already.
That's a little bit of this now, yeah.
Hi.
I am not staff. I will tell you that now. I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, he's a special
More
guest.
infectionless staff.
Yeah, yes. Nayo sometimes helps out with jokes, and if we need an extra hand with some fursuits.
Rusty Wrangler, right here.
Yeah.
Where is Rusty?
Should we get Rusty?
No.
The Don Valley parking lot. That's where he is.
The Don Valley parking lot. My goodness.
Ew.
Do you think we'll see Tetanus 2, or do you think that's too much?
I don't know, whatever. I'm drunk.
That was fast.
That was an excellent explanation into why you're going to do that.
Well, I don't know. This isn't my first beer, or my second. And don't worry about it.
I'm on my 0.
Nayo, everybody.
We can't. Rusty can't read, and I can't count.
And I can't do either. So,
and
we have Underbite here. He reads and counts, and oh goodness, what else do I do?
What do you do?
I'm the reader and counter for Culturally Eft.
You do all the tech work, and you do all the artwork. And I basically...
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're behind the camera and you do all of the hardware setup usually. You handle the audio and microphone, even though neither of us are really audio qualified. And I often host, and I do most of the writing, unless we have a guest writer. And, yeah, I do all of the other back-end stuff you can think of, like manage the merchandise store and the website and the newsletter. It's all me.
Ironically.
And Rusty does nothing except put on silly costumes.
Exists.
Ironically, I am qualified to do audio stuff.
Oh.
Yes.
Maybe we should have
That's
you on more
exactly
often.
what I went to school
Well,
for.
you should have come here 2 years ago.
I should have met you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Hey, this is crazy.
Actually, I shouldn't have because I wouldn't have been qualified until last year.
Officially.
In another
Metallurgics
universe.
Institute.
Oh,
down
yeah, I
in
know
Mississauga.
Metalworks. I
Yeah.
did. I went to school for the music industry, but I went for management,
Oh.
not the technical stuff. And that's how I can handle all these social media accounts and set up stuff like this.
Yeah, I spent the first 3 months learning how to wrap a cable. And now I'm like...
That was yeah.
Now
that
you're
was,
a cable freestyle
yeah.
specialist. Get it
If
right.
you listen, if you can't wrap cables, you shouldn't be in a studio.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to have you come back to take a look at our sound.
To wrap some
We are
cables.
still struggling to mic Rusty properly.
Oh, okay.
Even at a 1% sensitivity, we usually That's a whole other thing we should get
Okay.
into live.
Tech Talk. That's a different channel.
Yeah.
It's culturally teched.
What do you guys think of centaurs? We did an episode, The Science of Centaurs.
How do they wear pants even?
How? Good question. Comment section, how do centaurs wear pants? I think
Like this? Or like this?
I think pants are usually meant to cover one's
Buckets.
coverables.
Posterior?
So I assume they would be on like the back half and not on
But
all
then
four legs.
there's some centaurs that have two. Like, how do you figure that?
To what?
Two...
Coverables? What did you call them?
2 butts?
Two
coverable
Tupperwareables?
No, because you got...
Non-perishables.
Oh, you mean they have like a
Yeah,
front
they have the
penis?
freaking prelude and then the main event.
The-
You know what I mean?
ooh,
Like-
Okay,
Prelude.
those kind of centaurs need
Dang.
to wear the front and back pants.
But it's
Yeah.
2 torsos, is it not?
It's
Like,
two-
It's
it
basically
is.
two
Ooh.
torsos,
So
as we discussed
You would
in our
not have
episode, The Science
a
of
You
mental-
know
Centaurs.
what? It'd be a
Oh.
lot easier if centaurs just wore onesies.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And cozier.
Yeah. So
Very
the
much so.
conclusion is they should just wear neck down.
onesies.
There
Just a
are
full
okay.
centaur
There are
burqa.
outfits for horses. If you guys can show us some outfits for horses, yo, we're into it.
also, Kigurumi. They're making stuff for centaurs.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just kidding.
Dang.
No, I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I have
That's
no
specific.
idea.
I had no idea what you were talking
Oh,
about.
man, I just want to throw everybody off with that one. All right.
Oh, you
Yeah, I am-
succeeded.
I am like upset by that.
You know what? We should get a
calling
sponsorship
the police.
for naming them. If you work for them, please, you
I
know.
Bring them
have a
your
friend
way.
who
We
works-
dropped a name.
I have a friend who works with them. It's fine.
Well, there you go.
We got.
JK,
we have
don't do
the
that.
People.
Skipping past BoJack Horseman, our superheroes furries. We had an episode on that and determined that Batman must be a huge closet furries. What are your guys' thoughts?
I concur. Listen, you can't just run around in a bat costume and not call yourself a furry.
Mhm.
That's like running around with a bunch of grease on you and not being called the greased up dead guy. Come on.
Whoa.
Woo, deaf guy.
Yep.
Deaf guy. Oh, that's right. It's dead. I used to think it was dead for like 6 years.
What is he? His parents or something?
What is he? How does he?
Wow. Okay.
It's a good Batman
That
joke.
was shit.
Thanks.
Moving on. We had our first F update right after that. And then immediately after, we worked right alongside with Arrkay with one of our most popular episodes ever. It also gave us the most amount of subscribers of any one act
in a
we've
day.
ever done in a day.
What was it?
We did a crossover episode with a channel called Furries in the Media.
Oh. I've heard
So
that.
Rusty appeared on Arrkay's channel to do an episode on Furries in the Media, where he looked at 3 television shows and their representation of a fictional character
Okay.
who happened to be a furry.
Oh, okay.
They were all disasters.
Lovely. As
And
usual.
Arrkay came over here to Culturally Effed,
Mhm.
and we talked about the idea and concept of fursploitation. When a blogger or news anchors, when they use furries just to get the views.
Okay.
Like, they sensationalize it, and they only emphasize the sexual aspects or the cringy aspects, as
Yeah.
it were. And that's a term that someone at some point coined, fursploitation.
Mhm. Fair enough.
and we kind of played with that as like the blaxploitation. Like, what if we switch it and own it, and like make it something good? Like, is Bitter Lake, which was a short film produced for Eurofurence, I think, was Bitter Lake firstploitation because it caters specifically for furries.
Okay. It's by furries.
It's by furries for furries. So that was sort of the idea behind that.
Okay.
And as I mentioned earlier, in this very stream, this very video that we are in the midst of recording, keep an eye out for Firstploitation Part 2, the Firstploiting.
Huh.
I've been sending 20 messages. I'm not allowed to send any more messages.
Yes.
Wow, you actually hit the limit?
I just want to talk to all these people.
You're only allowed, I think, 3 messages every 30 seconds. And there's another setting we can turn on if we're getting way too many comments that only lets you post once a minute.
That's actually like... I'm actually impressed that you actually managed to get 3 comments out in under 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
These people are great.
Oh, I barely get 1 out in like 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. And immediately after Firstploitation, a bunch of people on Evergrine's stream called Rusty Ugly.
Oh,
so we had the update where Rusty's just crying for the whole episode.
Them's fighting words.
Yeah, that was good.
Other YouTubers shouted out for Rusty.
That was the best. Actually,
it was just like
that was hilarious.
He's not ugly, guys. Oh, sorry,
leave Britney
Chicky.
alone.
Yeah, it was very much a leave Rusty alone.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Leave Rusty alone.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Crocker.
Like not everyone can afford.
I mean, I'd be like Chris Crocker, but he'd be like a crocodile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was just hamming it up for the camera. Rusty's feelings weren't actually hurt.
Rusty has no feelings.
He's just a big drama queen. Immediately after Arrkay, we hosted our Ursa Major Award-nominated episode, Burned Furs and How You Perceive Furry Porn, featuring the awesome, incredibly intelligent, and well-spoken feral attraction, Vero and Metrico, and our first animated episode.
I'm so sorry. Someone in the chat earlier was like, "Thank you for turning on to feral attractions." So, culture left, bringing furries together.
Yeah. Turns out they both Vero and Metrico have a background in science. What's the word?
Public speaking.
Science speaking, like science communication.
Huh.
So they're incredibly well spoken. They do all their research, and their entire podcast is designed to cater to non-traditional relationships. Okay. So if you're in a tri relationship or an open relationship, that's what their podcast is for. And because they do their research incredibly well and they are incredibly well spoken, it's a great, also just general sex advice podcast.
Thank you, convincing people.
Convincing people, you're welcome that we had them on, and had them on twice. We had them on again rather recently.
Yeah, we did.
So you can tell why a bunch of people comment on your thing when they binge, because those are interesting topics, and they're very opinionated content, too.
That one was great. I didn't expect them to talk about burned furs the way they did, because that's something I would always wanted to talk about on the show.
I'm not too sure what that is.
Burned furs, back in the 2000s, for about a period of 3 years, were basically like, furry is way too sexual. We need to stop that immediately. Unfortunately, they were also incredibly homophobic and transphobic, so they fizzled out really quickly, and people would just shut them down really quickly.
Well, I wouldn't call that unfortunate then.
Yeah, but like their ideas and some of their philosophy still stuck around, and now we have like really like cons really pushing for PG-13 like safe spaces for all ages sort of thing, and that's sort of what that episode explored, is like why furries label their pornography and their artwork as more risque than regular pornography or artwork, even though regular people don't.
Okay.
So that was exploring that episode, and in doing so, they brought up the burned furs, which were one reaction to all of that artwork that's online. That's so popular that makes artists all the money.
Do you want to answer a silly question?
What is the silly question?
Do you think Mr. Peabody is Jimmy Neutron's persona?
Yes. That's not even a question that you need to like wonder about. That is a very yes.
That's like how Mr. Peabody's Brian if he didn't drink.
Counterpoint. I would say that Jimmy Neutron is Mr. Peabody's human persona.
Well, that would make sense.
Dun, dun, dun.
That would make sense because Mr. Peabody's from like the 50s or something.
Yeah, and it also looks like he's made of latex, so it works out.
It's like how Casper is Richie Rich's vaporless form Sona.
Mm-hmm.
That would also explain why he has a huge thing of hair, because there's no way he's going to fit into that body by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Body by hair.
And another literature-inspired episode, which according to my YouTube app is at exactly 999 views.
That's insane.
We talked about the creations of H.P. Lovecraft.
Huh.
Cthulhu and like the mermen.
Okay.
He had some pretty scaly, slimy, kind of spooky
Ooh, I love those.
anthropomorphic critters,
Spooky.
but he had his own episode that was pretty cool. Lots of fun.
Who doesn't love some
Creepy
like
crawly
dire
stuff.
situations that make you go insane for no reason?
And immediately after that, that's when we revealed the studio for the first time. That's when we upgraded.
Right, that's when we started playing with our audio the
That's-
most, because we had that that audio glitch that turned out really well for Cthulhu, because it
Yeah.
came out really blurry. Or
Yeah, that's
blurry,
right. That was our
like,
very
yeah.
first experiments with our new technology that we didn't know how to operate, so it was really garbled,
Barely know.
and we still are struggling with our audio.
Yeah.
Let me know if you need any help with that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
we'll
We're getting you back on the show.
for sure.
Oh, there you go. There it is. I'll pay for pizza next time.
Oh, don't worry about
Man,
it.
you'll be back for sure.
Wow, it's already 8 o'clock. We
It
have
is already 8
been
o'clock.
really taking our time with
We've been having
this.
fun.
We've been enjoying ourselves.
Good.
Man.
We've
Yeah,
had a steady
I thought
amount of
Rusty would
viewers.
be here by now.
Oh my
I guess he's really
goodness.
stuck in traffic.
Speaking of Rusty, very topical. I saw Rusty down there. Now I have dyslexia, and it's very bad. I have sex daily. I mean dyslexia. Anyway,
Nice.
so when I looked down and I saw parentheses Rusty, I thought that said pussy.
Mm.
So that's where my mind went. Take that as you'd like.
It's still on the way.
Yeah.
Gonna be waiting.
Well, regardless, so that was a thing.
Mhm.
What else did you have? Because you got a lot of episodes.
Oh yeah,
I'm
this is
looking at the screen.
episode 50 spectacular, man.
Wow.
We have about over half those episodes to cover, so I'm actually going to skip a couple and jump right ahead. I guess we can talk about the Christmas Krampus, or we can talk about defining furry.
Defining furry.
It's hobby, lifestyle, fandom, defining furry for you.
All right.
And that we talked about. I made this chart where I put fandom, fanship, hobby, and lifestyle,
Okay.
and how those kind of interact with each other, and how people might fall in the spectrum of like how they interact with the community or the media that they consume. And so originally that was going to be live off the floor from Canference 2016,
Ooh, I was there.
but we didn't get really good footage, so we ended up re-recording it anyway.
Okay. Actually, real quick, shout out to the Conference 2016. 2017 is going to be lit. Hopefully, I can make it there. And hopefully
Canference,
you guys can
Ottawa,
make it too.
November. We were thinking of maybe heading out, and then they announced that 2018, next year, it's going to be in August, which is a bit. We'll see. 2018 is far
It's a
enough
very
away,
far off
so
date. Yes.
one thing at a time.
One doesn't simply run a convention.
No,
Yeah.
they do not. And
Let's
I do
remind
know
ourselves.
a lot. You and I do know a lot of the staff. Like most of them, actually.
Mhm.
And they're really great people. But
Even just being on the Fertile Equinox staff as their art director now for second year, just
It's
being a team of
ridiculous.
50 people, volunteers, we're all working day jobs, and then coming back to put our 5-10 minutes to an hour every day back into the
Mhm.
convention to make this weekend
Oh,
amazing by the time it comes around.
absolutely.
I almost forgot when we mentioned H.P. Lovecraft. We have the Omnomnomicon right here,
That's
and
hilarious.
that's what we use to summon tetanus by accident.
That's a great story.
Check it out.
You know what that reminds me of? Have you ever heard of something called a chick track?
Nope.
Oh my god. Okay, so I only learned about this through a great man on YouTube that used to be part of Game Grumps. His name is John Jafari.
Mm-hmm.
And he explained to us that a chick track is this guy. I can't remember his first name. His last name was Chick. And he was this evangelical preacher.
Mhm.
And he used to do all these like short comics about God and theology and stuff like that. And he did one about tabletop gaming, like Dungeons and Dragons. And for some reason, when you talked about that, he was doing a review of the movie that was the adaptation of the Dungeons and Dragons.
Mhm.
And it was the greatest thing because they actually made the Dungeons and Dragon people, which I'm part of, by the way,
Mhm.
the cool kids in the college. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can get into this. And every time I see that, I have to go to the one part where they're talking about. All I needed her was to talk about or say something about the Necronomicon and summon Cthulhu, and I'm like, wow, that's a bit of a far step. So when you said that, it reminded me of that.
It's the
Necronomicon.
Yeah, Omnomnomicon. You'll probably see that again comes the fall.
That is excellent.
Spoiler alert.
There's also
I really have no idea what else we could pull out of this book. I mean,
who knows?
I mean,
hopefully the rest of Underbite.
That's shade.
a joke.
Come on.
All right.
Let's talk about adult toys.
Adult toys.
Figures, statues, and toys for grown-ups, collectibles.
Mm.
Not those kind of adult toys. This was an episode guest written by Kaneda,
Okay.
who guest wrote some other previous episodes and will be writing some future episodes
Ooh,
if he's
blood.
watching. So yeah, we talked about a whole bunch of really obscure toy lines in that episode and had a really clickbaity title, which may have contributed to its popularity.
Well, I mean, like, listen.
I push the limits on those thumbnails sometimes, man. I just gotta
Push your way to limits.
That's it.
Did you, like, have a blur in the middle to what it was? Then you open it, and it was just, like, a really obscure action figure that kind of looked like it?
No, you just get Arrkay when you open it. I mean,
Oh, okay. Because
Moving
that
on.
would be very clickbaity.
We had an episode you hosted on building furry worlds, furry
I
world
heard you
building, and some tools you can use to really flesh out your universe if you're a writer or a comic book illustrator or a video game designer maybe.
Ooh, I'm going to watch that.
So Slipwolf, actually I stole this from his lecture at a FurryCon, it may have been Feral, where the simplest place to get started with the furry world building is simply have your furry walk into a barbershop.
Huh.
Then what?
Huh.
Does he have a full body spa? Does he get the nails trimmed and like the whole, like the belly shaved down?
and how do they
cool.
do it?
Or is it just the head fur? Like
Oh.
what purpose does a barbershop serve in the furry universe?
That's actually really impressive. That's interesting.
So shout out to Slipwolf for whose concept I stole.
Man, you're like...
to flesh out that episode.
You're really selling your stuff to me, eh? Like, I'm going to be...
Great.
I'm going to go home and read some stuff, even though I got to get to work at like 6:30 tomorrow.
It's all
That's
watchable.
what I did today. Like I'm there right now. So
What do you guys think is the most played game at FurryCons?
Most played
Most
game.
played game. Oh, that's
Undertale?
Ooh, I
Undertale's
wasn't
a
even
good
thinking
one.
computer games, thinking card
Things
games.
on Nintendo DS.
We've had
People
Cards
still play
Against
that?
Humanity, maybe
Oh, they
Moon
actually
Party.
my friend actually has the furry version of
Or
Cards
shout out
Against
to-
Humanity.
What's
yeah,
it
it's a lot of
called?
card games that are becoming more popular like that.
Yeah.
Furry specific.
What's the one?
like it.
Norgard. Norgard's a board
Yeah,
game.
there's another. I was thinking of the other party game Blotch made as well.
Blotch has been guest of honor at Feral before.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, they were great. They were lovely.
Online sexy roleplay featuring Feral Attraction. That was their second episode after we got nominated. We were excited to have them on again to talk about roleplay and how furries can do it better.
Oh yeah. That's
yeah,
not even a
because
question.
they're an advice podcast. For that one, they didn't do this special for Cultural yet. We took audio from their actual podcast and adapted it with our neat animation, and we gave them a full 14 minutes of just pure animation to hopefully get people a little more respectful when they want to roleplay online as their furry characters.
Yeah, there's a lot of unwritten do's and don'ts. in that.
Well, good news. They're written down now.
Oh, good.
They're in this episode and that podcast episode of Feral Attraction.
That's another one I'm going to have to watch.
Yeah.
Listen, I only have so much time in my life. Don't do this to me.
After popular demand, we did an episode on Redwall. We had an incredible wave of requests to do an episode all about the Redwall universe, and I had several ideas. And to get started, we decided just to do a history of Redwall and dissect over something like 12 books, mostly through fan wikis, to give the pure, in-lore friendly history of Redwall Abbey. And man, the Redwall universe is kind of crazy.
Huh.
It was a lot more in-depth than I thought and more vague than I wanted it to be. I really wish he got down into some nitty-gritty specifics because too much of it is left open for guesswork and for fans like us to speculate about.
Well, usually that's the stuff that keeps you going, right? Because if you put something else in, it's like, ooh, did he add something that maybe that I can get some answers to? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like that kind of.
No, he
stuff,
had.
honestly.
Jax had over 25 Redwall books.
Wow.
And still kept the history of before and after, like, complete mystery.
Huh.
So you really have to speculate, like, is this a adapted medieval history, or is this his own weird universe with animal people, which it's more leaning towards that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was kind of crazy. So if we talk about Redwall again, I'll probably talk about the politics of Redwall.
Okay.
And I did try to address that a little in that video on figuring out like the political structures. It's somewhat feudal.
Okay.
Well,
it's better than talking about the political structures of real life.
Yeah. So after that, one of our more recent episodes, we talked about Rocket Raccoon because we wanted to capitalize on Guardians of the Galaxy. So we talked about all of Rocket Raccoon's contacts, who are also furry animals. And
excellent.
We learned about a lot of neat superheroes in that one. All sorts of weird, obscure characters I had no idea about. Turns out half of them are in the Guardians of the Galaxy episode, Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2 anyway.
They're not.
I still haven't seen it.
Nor have I, actually. But I've heard it's good. I heard it's not as good as the first one, but it is good.
We are skipping past to the next episode, and that brings us to today, where here we are live. So that concludes that portion. Finally, took a little longer, but we got here. It's a long journey.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Shout out to Terry. That's our meme. Okay, so you know Stained, right? Do you know the band Stained at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Oh my god. So you know how serious they were in their music videos? Like, it's actually ridiculous. And that was kind of the era where everyone took themselves seriously in their videos.
And everyone pronounced their vowels like this.
Like crazy. And so Stained had that song, you know, it's been a while since I could.
Oh, that's
Oh my god.
High.
Sure.
So all we do between us, me, Clumsy, and Turi, which is our guitarist, all we do is every so often, like, we'll be like, we'll just telegram. It's been a while! And just send it to each other. And I went as far as to, spoiler, I'm actually going to be playing the song I'm going to be playing at Anthrocon here today.
Ooh, Anthrocon sneak peek!
Yes.
Anthrocon sneak peek right here on Culturally X.
You'll get to hear how unprepared I am right up until Anthrocon, because it's always garbage right
Stained is
then.
pretty good.
Stained is very good.
How many people are watching right now?
There's a number?
There is a number.
30,000.
Still 30? Holding steady?
It's been steady, 30 to 35.
Well, aren't you
since we
30
started.
people just such
That's like an elementary school class.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know why that was the first. Sorry, that was weird.
I've been
Well,
in
don't
class.
apologize.
More accurately, the size of our Infernal Equinox
Oh.
panel attendance.
Wow.
Wait, how great is this?
Usually-
Would you guys watch CSI Zootopia? I would like to argue that Zootopia was CSI Zootopia.
I
They were
second that notion.
They were investigating some crime scenes.
Second.
Minus the Who
Ooh.
and sunglasses scene.
But-
That really merited it.
Drake Dark Fox was thinking a gritty, dark, noir Zootopia.
Ooh, I'd like
Very
that.
90s Batman, very cool, into it.
You know what? That would be a great for like a
Yeah.
mini-series or something, or like a little video that they can do as a teaser.
What I hope in Zootopia 2, I hope we see more environments and more new characters. I hope they don't just rehash all of the same characters. Although I know they will, because that's how sequels are
This works.
formulated.
Oh, Nick and Judy.
Sequelitis.
But even still, their sets for their first movie was unreal. When I talk about furry world building, you want to just look at how ecologically sound everything is within the structures of that
Exactly.
city.
And
So
you
it's
know
like-
what? If you look at, because I was like going nuts over the movie because I thought it was absolutely fantastic. They had a lot of scenes that they took out that was a lot of world building, but you know,
Yeah.
you have to condense it to a certain amount of time, right?
that's
So I
how it
hope
goes,
they
man.
pull in some of that they didn't get to use.
Absolutely.
They get to run with it. And who knows? Maybe we'll get Zootopia 3.
I'm waiting for How to Train Your Dragon 3. Boy.
Don't they have that?
No, not yet. It's only 1 and 2.
It's
One
DreamWorks,
and
they'll make 5,
and
don't
TV
worry.
show.
That's true. They have a TV
Yeah,
show.
the TV
Oh,
show.
And I
really?
watched it religiously up until I started doing a job thing.
Okay, well, that's all of the episodes. We're certainly not skipping any, except the ones that we skipped.
Oh my goodness, them and only them.
Yeah. So I think it's time to take a little break. We're not actually going anywhere. I'm going to go grab Rusty. And I think
by the scruff of the neck.
we're gonna have another musical interlude. We're gonna maybe. Do you guys need to use the bathroom or anything, or top up your drinks at all?
I think I'm okay for now.
Now is the opportunity.
No, I'm probably gonna get some water. Sure. And that's when I ask, where do I get the water?
It's in the tap.
Excellent.
Or there's some Brita in the fridge.
Ooh.
If you're feeling fancy.
So,
or there's Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's true.
Are you capable of getting out of the couch? Okay.
No, it's because my knees are 90 years old.
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Watch the cables.
I will watch the cables.
Okay. Episode 50. We've been doing this for 50 episodes.
Good job, guys.
Here we
I
are.
haven't been doing this yet.
We're doing it for 50 more episodes.
That's it. 100 we're out.
Tell us in the comments how you guys are feeling about this whole live stream business. What do you think? How do you feel? It's the first time we're doing it, so we're really interested in what you guys think. Obviously, we're going to work on getting a higher quality stream and a higher quality camera. But let us know if we should do this regularly. That's something we could totally get into and make possible. Excuse me. So yeah, we're interested on your feedback for the live stream itself. In the meantime,
that's a hat.
I think Rusty's about to arrive.
Please welcome our musical guests, Cobalt and Underbite.
I am drinking like the worst thing for voice. You should
It's
never
alright.
drink
Or milk.
or milk. You should never drink these. But you know what? It's okay because
Stage magic, that's why.
I showed up like this.
Oh my god.
So, for all y'all at home, gotta make some quick introductions. So for you, all y'all who haven't been to Anthrocon and don't know my face, this is Soraya, and she is my big girl. So right now, she is in a drop D. Probably in tune. Hold on. Don't break on me. That's about as good as we're gonna get. Excellent. And so, there's a couple songs that I wanted to do. And I think the first one I'm going to start is a good old Canadian by the name of Dallas Green.
Yes.
And now Mr. Dallas Green used to be in a band called Alexis on Fire, who was an awesome band, and I only discovered after I discovered him.
You're really into them? I have their first EP on cassette tape.
Yo,
my brother was in the punk
nice.
scene. If you wanted, I could
That's
try looking for
amazing. I would love to look at that. And
Yeah, but
so
when you
About for the music.
after Mr. Dallas
That's
Green
right.
decided that Alexis on Fire was not a thing anymore, even though they're getting back together to do some stuff now. As far as I know, I don't know if maybe that's another band or not.
I don't keep
My
bands
music
like that,
facts are
actually.
like right now.
Cool.
But he made his own thing, and he called it City and Color, which is why
Aptly
it's
named.
City and Color. Very aptly
Sorry,
named.
guys.
First
You know,
name, last name.
Dallas and Green. Oh yeah, you might want to hide those.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
No
Good.
branding here.
Yeah, ignore those. People love the live stream about it.
People are quite happy about this.
And this is actually the song that introduced me to City and Color. Because my mom was listening to it in her car, and I was like, "What is this song? This is amazing!" And she was like, "Oh, it's City and Color." And we were listening to it, and I'm like, "I've got to learn how to play this." And so I did, and it was great, and it was fun. So without further ado, let's hope I can sing well for you guys too. Well, I've been down in Georgia. I've seen the streets in the west. I've driven down the 90. Oh hell, I've seen America's best. I've been through the Rockies. Well, I've seen Saskatoon. I've driven down the Highway 1, just hoping that I see you soon. coming home. Well, I've never been to Alaska, but I can tell you this. I've been to Lincoln, Nebraska, and hell, you know it ain't worth it. I've been through Nova Scotia, Sydney to Halifax, but I'll never take any pictures, 'cause I know I'll just be right back. But I'm coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home. Well, I've seen the palace in London, I've seen the castle in Wales, but I'd rather wake up beside you and breathe that old familiar smell. I never thought you could leave me, I figured I was the one, but I understand your sadness, so I guess I should just hold my tongue. But I'm coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home, coming home. I know that we're taking chances. You told me life was a risk. Well, I just have one last question. Will it be my heart, or will it be his? Coming home, coming home, oh, coming home, oh, coming home, oh, coming home, oh, coming home. Not bad for doing it like. Not bad for doing it like right on the spot.
Figuring out that.
Yeah.
That is when you go back in. Okay, great. Just do that every time.
So this next one. So I am unfortunately a very big fan of Chris Cornell, and when he passed away recently, I cried. I cried a lot. It was a huge thing. He was definitely. I definitely owe him a lot of my life because everyone has that one band or that one person that they hear music and it's like, I'm going to keep going. You know what I mean? And I had a very low time in my early high school life, and there was one song that he did solo that kind of kept me going through it, and I just kind of wish I could return the favor, but alas, life happens, and unfortunately, one of the greatest musical inspirations of my life is gone. And, I feel like it's only appropriate to have a little fun with one of the songs. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise no one knows, comes a faint light sustain, and the sun in my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black the sky's dead. Call my name through the cream, and I hear your voice again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, golden air, steal the warmth, my tired friend. Times are gone for honest men, and sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walking deep, in my youth I pray to keep heaven send hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun. Hide my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun. Good times. I love it.
That's what I do.
Yep. And now this one,
Is a solo.
it is. Because, my goodness, is a hard song to play. I can barely play it on guitar. But this is the song I'm thinking, 99% sure I'm going to be doing for AnthemCon. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, by the way. I know my voice is probably not the best right now because I've had pizza and drank pop. But, regardless. So, this one, I'll just start playing it and see whoever gets it. If not, well, then you're going to know what it is when I sing it at AnthemCon, because then I'll introduce it. But without further ado.
Nice.
Life is a waterfall, one in the river and one again after the fall. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves when we find it all. 'Cause we are the ones that want to play. I always want to go, but you never want to stay. We are the ones that want to choose. Always want to stay, but you never want to lose. Aerials in the sky. When you lose small minds, you free your life. Life is a waterfall. We drink from the water and we turn around and put on walls. Swimming through the void, we hear the word. We lose ourselves when we find it all. 'Cause we are the ones that want to play. I always want to go, but you never want to stay. We are the ones that want to choose. I always want to play, but you never want to lose. Oh, Aerials in the sky. When you lose small minds, you free your life. Aerials so up high. When you free your eyes, eternal prize. Aerials in the sky. When you lose small minds, you free your life. Aerials so up high. When you free your eyes, eternal prize. Oh, oh, oh.
Go first.
Well, thank you. And for the Arrkay presentation, I won't be eating pizza or drinking pop. Here, I'll let you handle Soraya and put her back over there.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, guys, I'm finally here. I'm finally here. We can start.
Oh,
We can start the live feed. I'm here.
hello.
I'm here.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Oh,
Are you
boy.
sitting there? Where are you sitting?
Okay.
Hello.
I'm here. We can start. Live streaming. Sorry I'm late.
Sit down, Rusty.
Sorry I'm late, but we're here. We're doing the live stream. Something is culturally apt. Okay, great.
I did that all without moving my mouth and drinking Coke. I'm taking credit for what you did.
Rusty, you're late, says
Wait.
ZevT.
Are you telling me you started without me?
We did.
You started without me, but I'm the reason people watch. I'm here. Guys,
I even got here before you
I'm
did.
the talent. Like, what did you even talk about for an hour and a bit?
No, we talked about how
Who's
great
this guy?
Rusty. This is Cobalt.
Well, he's a stranger, and I don't like strange things.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Strange
Welcome
things.
to the
Culture,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, he's your replacement.
Ugh,
Rusty, we talked about this.
you sicken me.
Well, anyways, Cobalt is...
Well,
he's-
I'm here at the live stream,
he's
everybody, so
fabulous.
it's Rusty time. It's
Yeah.
Rusty o'clock.
Okay.
So here we are. Now the live stream's going to start getting good.
It's always Rusty o'clock, because the
Yeah.
Rusty o'clock doesn't move.
Hey, even a broken clock tells the time right twice a day.
Broken clock is right twice
What if
a
it
day.
has no hands?
Well, then it's not a clock.
Digital.
Whoa.
It's a really crappy
One of those
calculator.
hand-free clocks.
Whoa. All right, well,
Hands-free devices.
crap. Since I missed all the rest of the live stream, what do we have left? We could talk to our guests. I
We have-
guess.
We have a whole recording that we will be publishing, and you can watch it all again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you guys thank our Patreon sponsors yet? They're the real heroes. We got not 10, not 20, but 50 episodes, all thanks to our Patreon sponsors. So shout out to anyone who's ever donated their hard-earned cash so that we can put in our hard work into making Culturally Apt for you.
With more patrons, I might find the rest of my body. Ooh.
Hopefully. That's it's an unlockable level.
For you, not for anybody
Yeah.
else. you.
Just for me.
Every new sponsor, you unlock a new body part
Hey,
that has a superpower attached, like Samus.
I can be down for that, as long as, you know...
No weapons, please.
What else is there?
Body parts, not weapons, please. I don't
My
wouldn't trust
tail is classified as a weapon.
Ew.
I don't want to know why.
Ha 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 ha.
That
Oh.
doesn't make it any more settling.
In respect with that.
So what are people saying in the chat? I guess we could start some kind of
Q and or A.
you know it.
No cutaway. Okay. I don't know.
What the-
People have mixed reviews about Rusty being on.
What?
Oh.
What are they saying?
Only tell me the good ones. I only need a filtered.
Convincing people says Rusty doesn't like strange things. A. Hide the mirrors. And I laugh.
Oh.
That's shade.
But Edward Sponge is like, Rusty didn't hear me get a shout out. Now my life is ruined. And I think previously we were his reason to live.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn, that was a sharp turn.
That's pretty hefty. You got
Yeah.
a lot of weight on your
That went
shoulders.
down. That went
Huh.
serious
Oh,
quickly.
you want a serious question? Where do you see the fandom in 5 years?
All the furry conventions are banned because
Probably underwater.
We have already gone off the deep end, so there's only down from
Oh. Well, fursuits are going to get more elaborate.
And I guess... No, sorry, go ahead.
here. Actually, I had an interesting idea and talk with our good friend Firestorm, and I was talking about how they have those. You know how they have. Well, I have a Samsung device on me right now. And you know how they have those virtual reality things, right? So why not put one of those in a fursuit, link it to a webcam camera at the top of the head, and then you wouldn't need to have eye holes because you have an entire plane of view
Cool.
from your cellular device. All you need to do is plug it in because
That
these
would
things
totally
last
work.
about 4 minutes.
That would totally work.
I would actually be interested in that.
I mean, we already have touchscreen eyes because we all have all these phones just lying around these days.
Exactly. Though I'm not sure whether you want to actually touch someone's
And I
eye.
know some engineers working on smart tails. that can
Oh, those
sense
are
your partner.
old though.
No. These ones are smart.
Ooh,
There's,
smart.
Raspberry Pi in them, and it's probably sticky.
Yeah. And they also do your taxes.
Yeah.
They're very smart.
Future of furry.
Future of furry.
I think that more furry artists will be published in more mainstream, reputable
It's already
comic
happening.
stuff.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I
We're
was
see
thinking
more of
of
this.
that. Because Mr. Samuel Conway, at his very own convention of Anthrocon, was talking about how, furries are kind of shedding slowly, very, very, very slowly, their negative connotations and starting to become a little more mainstream. And as we become a little more mainstream, what is going to happen with the fandom? Now, I'm sure you both know about Fan Expo coming in this August.
Well, I know of it.
Yeah, it is absolutely massive. And he's saying, 5-6 years down the road, are we going to start seeing something like that? Are we going to start seeing fan expo levels of people going in? Because we already got conventions with near 10,000 people coming in.
Yeah, I don't know if like 5 years we'll
I don't know.
escalate that
AC and
quickly.
MFF are killing it.
Yeah.
And
Euroferns?
on the
But
other
like
side
Fan
doing
Expo
that.
and Anime North have attendance in like the tens of thousands.
At
Now,
this
I just
point?
want to make sure that nothing's spilled.
No,
It
that was
sounded
empty.
empty. Just making sure.
We are keeping all liquids
Yeah,
away from
I think also with that Star Fox cartoon
Yes.
and Nova Seed, I think we're probably going to get 1 or 2 really outstanding like feature level animated film coming out of a furry.
That would
Like
be
I think it's
fantastic.
only a matter of time with these at-home projects that one of them is going to spiral out of control. Maybe they'll do a super successful Kickstarter.
Hey, who knows?
And then, hey, there's independent production. I think we're going to see something like that.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
I
Do you have any
feel-
questions for me? I'm the best one.
Hi, everybody. I'm Underbite. I'm the new one. Does anybody have questions for me? Have any of you seen me before?
People were very excited to see your fursuit.
I'm very excited to see all of you, too.
I told you his face would be here.
Yes.
For those of you who watched yesterday's announcement.
And only my face.
Yeah, actually, his clothing is covering the
His
dimensional
shame.
rift. The dimensional rift.
Yeah.
Everything from the neck down is just a
It's
freaking.
TV static.
Have you ever seen Ed, Ed and Eddie? Life has many doors, Ed boy. That's what is happening right now with his head.
Do any of you else see a white haze when you look in the mirror?
I know I do.
30 Rock now. Any questions for Rusty and Underbite?
Rusty and Underbite are here. We're going to answer some more cues if you guys have them.
We've got more A's for your
yeah.
cues.
We're just going to ride out the stream. This is as far as we've planned. I mean, I showed up late. Thanks for starting without me.
Better late than
We
never.
called you 12 times.
You know I don't believe in phones. I barely have thumbs.
Well, if you don't believe in phones, why do they still exist?
Woo!
The
hard question. Underbite
guy.
looks so soft.
Well,
Are you soft?
You're making him blush.
Soft boy.
Are you soft?
yeah, stop
Soft.
it. Stop. I'm
Soft.
guys.
Underbite's too tough. Too tough for this stuff.
I only work hard. I'm not.
You know, from the back, those ears look very cattle-like.
Oh.
It's lovely. It's very
goodness.
adorable.
Yeah, milk the jokes. on
Underbite
the
has
bottom.
many points and prongs that I get to poke at now. And
Underbite.
It really upsets him.
That's nice.
Underbite, do you breathe fire? And if so, is your head made of asbestos?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'll answer this one as best as I can.
Cut to the house being entirely on
Speak
fire.
I am not a breather of fire. However, I am a breather of smoke.
Haha. And,
Oh,
Rusty, are you up on your tetanus shots?
Oh, no.
How about favorite foods?
Anything
Favorite
with
foods.
paprika.
Anything with paprika.
Glue sticks.
Well, that explains a lot.
This look does not come naturally.
Absolutely.
These eyebrows do not come blocked.
Mm-mm.
You really drank those glow sticks I brought the other night, too.
I said glue.
Yeah, you like glow sticks, too. I watched
Rusty
you
likes
eat them.
lot
I
of
don't like.
sticks.
Yeah, they're okay. They're kind of chewy and they make my pee colored weird.
Yeah, you forgot to flush. I thought it was a rave in the washroom.
Well, I also do that sometimes.
Well, there you go.
Hey, Rusty. Thoughts on Bill Wurtz's history of the world, I guess, and would you love a furry version?
A furry version of the history of the world.
And you remember, like, why don't I go outside? The sun is
Sure.
lasers!
Yeah, the
Oh,
sun
the
is a
sun
deadly
is a
laser.
laser.
That's the one.
The sun is
Yeah, it was great. I don't know what a furry one would really look like, though.
To be like,
A bunch of ears.
there weren't animals, and now there are animals, and now animals are different, and a lot of other things. The end.
Yeah, it would pretty much be that.
That would actually be like.
I've
one of
been
his
watching.
regular videos. That would actually be like one of his regular videos because his normal videos are like 3 seconds long, and they're fantastic. Watch Bill Wurtz's stuff. He's a very smart man, and he's very musically inclined.
Hands up all the furs who like a toothy, fierce-looking character. Who doesn't,
hey, I
though?
just got teeth. You know I'm trying really hard here, guys. I
Actually,
have 2 teeth.
Russ-
Right? They're just 2 little buck teeth.
They're
yes,
stunted.
and you have to.
You're
be-
stunted!
Yeah.
well, the
Oh.
good news is you don't got to chew on things constantly, so they don't grow through to your brain.
I can't even chew. My teeth are outside my mouth.
Ha.
tusks, if
Yeah,
anything.
you have an
Really?
all smoothie diet.
It's really good though for
Good
like.
thing I have 2 a day.
It's really good for like notes because then like throughout the day you don't need one of those pin things. You just put on your teeth.
Yes.
Mm.
All my receipts.
Oh,
Man,
I guess our
Today
camera
and
died.
yesterday.
Hey, Underbite, do you have wings?
I sure do.
Underbite sure does.
In more ways than one.
Battery's dead.
In more ways than one. I guess that...
We actually have wings in the kitchen. That's what he's talking about.
Ooh.
He
Like-
does have wings.
Yeah,
Of the
they're
edible
in the
variety.
other dimension right now.
Yeah.
We're still pulling them out.
It's a tricky dimension.
It's more of a dreamscape.
Yeah, it's
It's more like an alternate
Semantic.
level of
Where-
existence.
Is there only like the Highlander, the one playing in the background for like the rest of your life?
it's very similar to that. Except instead, my whole life has been surrounded by woodland creatures.
Lovely.
I hatched from an egg.
Ha, well, I don't see how that's going to change when you get here.
I mean, you showed up, so you're a woodland creature.
Yeah.
Hey, Rusty.
I mean-
What?
Do you ever hit your ears on doors?
All the time, it's the worst. That's why I'm angry all the time.
Oh.
We actually cut out ear implants on the door, so it just goes right
Ha.
through.
Yeah. My landlord did not like that.
No, actually, we're not.
We are not for the legalization of AWOO because at a previous local or recent local con, they raised a lot of money for charity by finding individual concours for AWOO. And then they had like a scheduled AWOO off where everyone got fined, and they raised a lot of money for local animal charities. So
Wasn't that,
I am
criminalize
personally-
AWOO.
I am personally anti-AWOO. My ears are too big and it hurts my ears.
There you go.
So I am anti-AWOO. Ban AWOO. No
AWOO.
more AWOOing.
AWOO's for the aminals.
a woo.
Yeah.
I mean, quiet AWOOs are better.
Oh.
Well, I don't know woo. I'm a dragon.
Yeah, We have no
I'm right there
wooers.
with you.
Yeah.
except when
It's
Nayo's lonely at night.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
If you really want to get everybody's attention within a large radius,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Before people start playing that part of what does the fox say with that awoo part,
What does the fox say?
because they had that.
Dang,
That
hit
shit.
those tones.
Yeah, dude, I'm a freaking countertenor.
Come on, Mariah. Let's get it.
Are you
What's
singing
up?
any frequencies that humans can't hear?
Whistle tone. Or like, whoa.
Wow.
Whale
You should be
speak.
like dying right now with those ears. So you were lying about the awoo.
You will not live past this live stream.
Don't threaten
Live
dragons.
stream, more like dead
We
stream.
threaten him all the time.
That's very true. However, he's a pacifist.
It's
Actually, he's a pastafarian.
all the smoke.
That's true. He's a pastafarian because of the smoke. He enjoys pasta.
yeah.
So for the 30 some odd of you watching, this is your opportunity to talk to us directly. This is a very rare opportunity, except maybe at conventions. Stop picking your nose, you're
Oh.
on camera!
Oh.
Ah!
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah. Serious.
Sirs.
Stop picking your ear. That's like your nose.
Except it's on his head.
No, he
So
breathes through his
it's not-
ears.
You breathe through your ears.
Yeah, it's gross.
Only sometimes.
That's
Only
impressive.
when I'm in water up to my eyes.
So wait a minute. That's kind of like you're like a tank on D-Day.
Yeah,
Like
you
you
know,
go underneath. You have those two giant vents that
Sure.
kind of breathe out.
so you know those like personas that you make when you're 13 and they have like every superpower?
Yeah,
That's me.
that's literally my character. As
Yeah,
well. Except I have to dumb
Sounds
down
like
a lot.
your OC is OP.
Oh.
What's your favorite band? The Animals? Or maybe the Psychedelic Furs?
I like animals as leaders.
Is that a band?
Yes.
Animals as leaders, if you can't hear Underbite.
Well, I'm plugging one of my favorite.
Wait,
bands
your
right
answers
now.
have to be furry puns. I don't want to hear it unless it's a furry band.
But they're so good. I don't even care.
Tame
about-
Impala! Ah! Hey!
Yeah.
We're quite a fan of Tame Impala.
Hey, well, I can
Yeah.
say System of a Down because down like feathers.
Ah! How cushiony. In high school, or elementary school maybe. Oh god.
What about...
One of my favorite bands is Jackalope,
Damn it!
spelled
I was
with a
just about to say
K.
Jackalope!
Shout out to Canadian industrial pop,
That's cool.
faux goth, before Hot Topic was a thing.
Who else? Who
Huh.
else?
What are some good
What are
furry
your
bands?
favorite
Oh,
bands?
actually, there was a shirt at the same convention of this Awoo thing that had mush instead of
By the way, it was Frontal Equinox. They're great.
Equinox, yeah.
We shouted out for Farrell. Frontal Equinox is also very great. New downtown location. Awesome.
If you were in attendance at Frontal Equinox, I was the mascot for the VIP logo.
Ha! Wow.
Yeah.
Aren't we tired of Rusty? Boo!
I was the model. Hush, you.
The model,
Silence.
The model for the VIP logo, the smallest amount of people, so the fewest amount of people.
Ooh! The guest star is making fun of you. You can't even make fun of them.
No, but it's like it's more expensive. You know,
it
it's
is more
exclusive.
expensive.
Only the choice upper class can afford something as voluptuous as me.
As Russ.
I can make a joke about rabbit's leg because I'm Italian and we eat rabbit.
Who doesn't eat rabbit? Am I right? Woo!
Wow. I didn't want to go that way, Mr. I'm 3 beers in.
And a gin and tonic.
And a gin and tonic. Okay, that's excusable.
Mush t-shirt and Rusty painting, both done by myself.
Well, there you
go. Here's the guy behind all of that artwork for Frontal Equinox, except the artwork that the guest stars did.
This man's got talent. I gotta tell you. I watched him draw today. He actually drew the header today.
He does like nothing.
It literally looks like he's just like, and meanwhile, like fucking Picasso shows up on screen.
And for future Patreon donators, you can get your character done by Underbite, featured in a culturally apt thumbnail, coming soon to Patreon. Keep an eye on that.
Do you guys have a ballpark?
Edward Sponge is wondering. Sorry.
$10 to $15 a month.
Get you in on that.
Does Tetanus have a persona? Isn't he a persona?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, Tetanus started as my persona. Because I put in all that hard work of slaying my enemy and stealing his face.
And gave him tetanus at the same time.
Yeah, well, Rusty, tetanus, it's a logical progression. But then we anthropomorphized tetanus in a horrible magic spell gone wrong, and accidentally summoned Cthulhu into him. And now he's like his own guy. He's got a job and like he's paying rent and stuff. But he's still ugly as sin.
Well, that's a great one.
He can barely walk.
He has an Italian. There's an Italian thing for that, and I can't remember the word. But it's the funniest thing because it's not actually. It's Calabrese. Are you okay? You're kind of.
Not bad. Just deep breathing.
Deep breathing.
Breathing exercises through my ears.
Oh, okay.
It's meditation right now.
Weird. I hear like this tiny whistling, like if you'd have like.
I'm also a cyborg.
Oh, okay.
I have some bits in here that are whirring away.
Oh, okay, I see. Because I thought it was coming out of your ears. Like that whole thing.
He's literally the coolest rabbit you've ever met.
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling the chill.
Finger guns.
I'm feeling the chill. See, now I completely forgot what we were saying.
Anybody else have any questions for our guests?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't going to interact, we're going to have to shut things down.
Or just keep drinking on camera.
Don't need a key.
How many people are in the stream at?
Free. No VIP sleaze. Drink that Kool-Aid, follow my lead. Now you're one of us. You're coming with me.
I know this song.
It's time to kill the lights and shut the DJ down. This place about to tonight. We're taking over. No one's getting out. This place about to blow. Blow. This place about to blow. Oh no, I don't actually. Oh, I do know one song on that we can do right now.
Is Rusty's brother named Oxidation?
No,
that's his mother.
Allergy.
Oxidation.
Wouldn't that be your parent?
Fun fact. Nah. Fun fact: the reason why we die is that we're slowly catching fire because we're breathing in oxygen. And that's why antioxidants are so good. Eat your antioxidants, children.
There's a Postal Service song about this.
Yes.
Yeah. Who likes the Postal Service? Anyways.
The very thing keeping us alive is what kills us.
It seems like things are sort of winding down, so I think it's about time that we thank all of our participants in the live chat. Thank you guys so much. You've been
Thanks,
awesome.
guys!
Thank you for coming out. You made this extra special. We just thought we were going to do the season wrap-up, so why not make it extra fun and do it live? And man, it was fun. We actually went over time.
Nice.
So thank you, everybody, for coming out. Special thanks, especially to our guest stars, Cobalt and Nayo. give a wave to the screen there, guys. Culturally Apt is going to be off for the next 2 weeks, and we will return with an episode all about Disney's gargoyles.
I love gargoyles.
Who doesn't? And if you haven't seen it, you will.
Do you want me to play you out with a slightly risque song?
Yeah, sure. We're still doing the wrap.
It's not the dog one, is it?
Hmm?
Is it
No,
the dog
no,
one?
no.
Okay.
That's not risque. That's just inappropriate.
So yeah, thanks everyone for coming out to the live stream. Special thanks to Saga and to Gregor Reindeer for moderating the chat and keeping the Nazis at bay.
As always.
As always.
Boy.
Kill Hitler.
There's a hot topic for you.
Yeah, well, a good thing we didn't talk about it.
Thank God.
It's a good thing Culturally Apt has never had an episode about that.
People
Never.
are saying more live stream is needed. Hopefully we'll have more frames per second,
Yeah,
guys.
and people like the live stream. We will come back with more live streams. So don't worry about that. We are going to think of ways to get some more live streaming happening and do it at a better quality. The audio was pretty good, but obviously our bitrate isn't super great. But we're going to tighten that up. Don't you worry. Stay tuned. It's only gonna get better.
If you guys want me back ever, if I didn't screw everything up, I might bring my good old friend Xavier down maybe at the end of August if you ever want to have me around then.
Aye.
'Cause,
All the dragon friends.
Oh, yeah.
All the dragon friends.
You are going to be outnumbered, sir.
Okay.
Terry is a dragon now.
People have
There is a
requested
dragon, too. We'll bring him on.
they've requested Slipknot and some Down with the Sickness.
Do you know any of those? Can you fake them?
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I got a shout out! Thanks! Oh my god, I got a shout
I
out!
just want to hear the backup part.
Oh, wait. No, that's...
Oh, 3D surround sound tetanus! Should I go get tetanus?
If you want, like, you can run down and grab them.
Just his head?
Yeah. And it's just for the final sort of wave out.
So this song, you'll be singing to your children.
Thank you, everyone, for making 50 episodes of Culturally Apt possible. Special thanks to our Patreon sponsors and all of our subscribers. You are all beautiful. Thank you so much for making Culturally Apt as wonderful as it is. And we will see you for 50 more episodes.
I know you want me. I made it obvious that I want you to. Don't put it on me.
Hey, Tetanus!
Distance between me and you. So rock your body. Let's remove the space between me and you. So give it to me. 'Cause you already know what I wanna do. Well, here's the situation. Been to every nation. Nobody ever made me feel the way that you do. You know my motivation, giving my reputation. Please excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but tonight I'm loving you. Oh, you know that tonight I'm loving you. There you go. Oh, you know that tonight I'm loving you. This is a really weird position to play guitar in. Oh no, I'm good.
This is a really weird face to do anything with.
I am like physically neutral about everything I do with this face.
Well, welcome to the compromise of composition. We all have to fit within a square.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right.
You gotta let
Oh my
them
God.
move up.
Oh, look, it's that rapey Enrique Iglesias song. Oh, jeez. Not a fan, I guess.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
let's
I shouldn't have
leave
read that
down.
out loud.
Oh,
This looks kind of silly with one up and one down.
that's true.
It's okay. We're almost done.
We're almost
Do you have
done.
anything else for us?
Oh, can I actually plug my band if you don't mind?
Yeah, this is your last opportunity to.
All right, so I am
Yeah.
not just a solo man anymore. I have a reputation. Oh my God, there's a hand coming out of your face.
Yeah, this is Tetanus. My beautiful fursuit who we accidentally breathed life into.
Technically, that makes it your child. You are
I'm
not
your
father.
baby.
Oh man, I didn't see that coming.
It's like a living mystery.
Most people never do because it's
Oh.
inside someone else. Anyway.
It's a living miscarriage.
Yeah, so I'm not. Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, okay. It's a swallow that somehow made it into the womb. Anyway, so I am not the only person that does music stuff. I have a couple other furries that do stuff with me. One of them being one of my bandmates and vocalist for our band Zephyr, and that would be our good old friend Clumsy. And we also have an amazing guitarist, leagues better than I am, clearly. And his name is Mr. Cherry. And then we have someone that we're currently converting into a furry.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
I
Yeah,
remember,
Call me
I remember
Shirley.
everyone dancing in a circle chanting, "One of us!
One of us. Yeah, and he actually ended up wearing a fursuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his name is
Great.
Tyler. And we are Zephyr. And we are here to molest your ears. That is our slogan, and we will keep it. And you have very big ears, so you might want to be careful with that.
Thank you.
Oh, I know.
The easier to molest you will.
Please do not molest Rusty's ears. And do not make any Rule 34 fan art of that exact thing, or I'll be very upset and have no other choice but to retweet it.
He will love
See,
you.
now you are literally obligated to do that. You know that, right? Okay. Well, there goes your ability to stop that. So why don't we play me out with an actual like half decent
Play
song?
me out.
You guys know the Tragically Hip, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Let's tune that in.
Is it still going?
Okay, so. Sundown in the Paris of the prairie, we kings of all treasures buried, and all you hear is a rusty breeze.
That's me.
Pushing around weather vane, Jesus.
Let's just be in the moment. We're almost done. Thank you for doing that.
Maybe it's someone standing in a killer's place. 20 years for nothing, well, that's nothing new. Besides, no one's interested in something you didn't do. Kings and pretty things. Wait and see what the morning brings. There's a dream he dreams where the high schools attend start. Some museum and we're all locked up after dark. The walls are lined up with yellow, gray, sinister. Hung with pictures of our parents, prime ministers. We kings and pretty things. Let's just see what tomorrow brings. Late breaking story on the CBC. A nation whispers that we always knew that he'd go free. You educate me fond of living in the past. Cause, well, if you are, then there's no way that you're gonna last. We kings and pretty things.
for coming out to our live stream, guys. You're awesome. We love each and every one of you. The next time you see us will probably be when we hit 10,000 subscribers. So tell a friend, get them to subscribe to Culturally Effed. And we'll see you soon. Stay good to each other. And have a good life.
Hit.
Oh God!
Hold on.
Cheers, mate.
Just come over here, everybody.
What? What? Not bothered.
It looks like it stopped.
We're all freaks, I'm glad. Yes, yay. It sure isn't dull, indeed. This was fun.
I hope people like my singing. Even
Yeah, you were great.
I fucked up.
Oh my God, knowing that you guys exist makes the world just seem like a better place in a dumb way.
Yay!
That entire time, I forgot to turn up my 6 string.
Just leave it recording. I'm interested to see how it closes out. Can they still hear us?
Oh no, it might turn blank.
Oh, good. Thank God. Okay.
Oh wait, no, we're back.
Ah! Turn it off! Turn it off!
It didn't.
I'm naked!
Ah, it didn't stop.
We learned.
This is the last frame that actually made it.
3 more hours of